I'm back with yet another questionable hairstyle. You know what I need? I need some butterfly clips. Yes! Where can I buy those? I've got a declutter video for you today. So as now the year is coming to a close, I wanted to kind of minimize my stash somewhat. And I figure I might as well show you what I'm getting rid of and why. Let's start with Pigments. I've got Pigments from brands like Kiko, MAC, Makeup Store, Bare Minerals, a ton of other brands. I did keep a handful of pigments that are really special, right? Pigments that just totally elevate an eye look. But to be honest, these are not all that special. And you're not going to get all messy with pigments unless the outcome is really special. So they gotta go. Also got a whole bunch of single eyeshadows. The NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadows, the Kiko Wet and Dry eyeshadows, some of the Armani Eyes to Kill Solo eyeshadows. That's pretty. No, we're getting rid of it. What all these eyeshadows have in common is that they're not pressed in pans, so they cannot be easily depotted. If I wanted to depot these, I would have to crush the product up and then repress it in a metal pan. I'm not gonna do that. And you might be thinking like, why depot? What's wrong with single eyeshadows? I think when you have a pretty large stash, they're just impractical. Single eyeshadows get lost. I mean, I forgot that I own these, so they gotta go. I've got some new releases here. Juicy. The new NARS Velvet Matte Foundation Stick and the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation Stick. I am so sad to report that I didn't really enjoy either of these on my skin type. Both of these just made my skin look so dehydrated. It added 10 years to my face. The NARS does have better coverage and it's more matte. The Smashbox is a little sheerer and a little dewier, but both of them, it kind of made my skin look like the before in some sort of skincare campaign. Do not want. You gotta go. I'm pretty devo about this one. I'm getting rid of my Burberry single eyeshadows. Burberry actually reformulated their single eyeshadow formula, so as a consequence, I can't use any of these in any kind of content creation. So even though I really did love them, they're just not getting enough use, and they gotta go. We're gonna flip-flop between tools and makeup and skincare and whatnot. Gotta keep you guys on your toes. We've got some Marc Jacobs eye brushes. We've got the shadow brush and the smudge brush. And these are both synthetic brushes. They kind of like scratch off the skin on my eyelids. To be fair, I'm pretty fussy about soft brushes. It might not pose as much of an issue to other people, but if it's hurting me, they gotta go. Beauty blender. I love you so much, and that's why we've got to have this chat. In the past year or two, I've noticed that when I wash my bright colored beauty blenders, they bleed quite significantly. This was not something that I encountered when I bought my first beauty blenders years and years ago. So I don't know if they've changed their manufacturing process or what. But from now on, I'm going to only purchase the white and the off-white colored beauty blenders, which I continue to use and love. But these, they gotta go. It Cosmetics Naturally Pretty Palette. So we've got Volume 1 and Volume 2 Romantics. Matter of personal preference, I just did not get along with this eyeshadow formula. I could never build the intensity that I was searching for. I would really try to make a smoky eye and I'd get like, oh, that's a soft, pretty eye. And then I would try again with another color and it would end up to be the exact same soft, pretty eye. I don't get it. They gotta go. This is an interesting one because I've actually used it in a few tutorials. The NYX Highlight and Contour Palette. I know a lot of people love this one. It just doesn't float my boat. It's the bronzing and the contouring shades in particular. They always translate as a little bit red on me or a little bit pink. It doesn't sit well with my skin tone, and if we were talking affordable highlight contour kits, I would go with the Australis. This one's gotta go. I've got two Charlotte Tilbury products. As a brand, I love Charlotte Tilbury. She makes some of my holy grail products, but these two were just a bit meh and not worth the money in my opinion. So the first one is the Take the Day Off Genius Eye Makeup Remover. I've got to show you this. Every time I would, did you see that? Did you see that? It just spritzes everywhere. So I had like little blue puddles all over my vanity, and it was really starting to irk me. So I couldn't even finish it off despite the fact that it's an alright makeup remover. And then the second product is the Supermodel Body. In all fairness, I'm not the kind of person to like get my legs out all the time, so maybe I'm just ignorant to like body makeup kind of stuff. But this was just, like if I'm putting on body makeup, I want it to have a pronounced difference, right? I want to be a supermodel. And this is just kind of meh. Neither are terrible, but both are kind of meh. And they gotta go. This is a cult skincare product. This is P50 1970 original formulation. So it's a chemical exfoliant toner, and it's actually really difficult to find. I tracked it down when I was in New York because I'd heard such great things. First of all, I want to say, if you are sensitive to smells, this will be your kryptonite. I'm not one to complain about smells, but I think it was offending the people around me. Like Adrian would not come near me. There was one incident, no joke. I was at the post office standing in line, and maybe it was in my head, but I think that the people around me were inching away because they could smell my P50. It lingers and it fills a room. In terms of performance, I would classify this as quite a strong chemical exfoliant, right? And my skin doesn't tolerate strong chemical exfoliants like it did a few years ago. So it's not really working for me, and it also does this thing where it flushes the skin upon application, which is kind of a little bit uncomfortable. If you have really resistant skin, you might love it, but for me, it's gotta go. Got the Kat Von D color correcting eyeshadow primers. So this is kind of a crayon situation that both conceals discoloration on the eyelid and also primes the eyes for eyeshadow. I hated these. Hate. And that's not a word that I use very often. I've actually got a video where I attempted to use it and then it bunched all over and got really patchy. And then when I tried to take it off, it was like removing super glue. It was excruciating. Love the idea of it, but the execution perhaps not to my taste. They gotta go. I was so excited when these came out. This is the Too Faced. How pretty is that packaging? I love it. The Too Faced Love Light, this is the shade Ray of Light. And these got pretty poor reviews online, but I was still keen to try it because I don't know, maybe I'll love it, right? So underwhelming. Wow, so underwhelming. It's just a really mediocre powder highlight, absolutely nothing special about it, except perhaps the packaging, which is really cute, but this has got to go. You guys know I love Wayne Goss brushes, but I've got a Wayne Goss brush miss. This is the 01, which is an angled face brush. I own this because it came as part of a set and I love the rest of the set, but this brush is a bit of a miss for me because I don't really love dense face brushes. I feel like it just pushes foundation around the face and it doesn't actually adhere the product to the skin. And then cherry on top, they're infuriating to clean because the product gets deep inside the bed of the bristles and it's really dense, and no, not a bad brush. It's just I'm not a fan, and it's gotta go to a better home. Lucky last, this is the Mecca Max Rose Gold Skin Halo Diamond Dust, maybe. This is a matter of great product, wrong skin tone. This just pulls really peachy, really rose gold on my cheeks, but it would look beautiful on someone who is deeper. So I'm gonna pass it on to a deeper friend, but for now, it's gotta go. If you enjoyed this video, then you should go down in the comment section and you should say, hey, Karima, I really liked this video. And then that allows me to know that you enjoy the video so that maybe I'll make more. If you are not following me on Instagram, why you know say hi? I'm at Karima McKimmie and I would love to chat to you there. I'm active pretty much every day, uploading like more behind the scenes stuff and looks to come. So if that interests you, then definitely come say hello. I hope you are having a wonderful day, whatever it is that you're up to, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.